Hey folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into part 3 of the Star Wars Imperial AT-AT vehicle set. We'll go ahead and go over each of the parts here. They're all out of the package, and we'll go over them individually. First off, we have the ladder that came loose in the package, and this attaches to the side wall interior, the body here. Inside, you can place it through some pegs into peg holes against the wall there. And we'll go over each of these parts here in the baggie. First off, we'll take a look at the view screen on here. It's pretty neat. Let me just get it out of the bag here. It's transparent, and you can apply some labels on here if you wish, but I'm not going to apply any of the labels on here. But it's kind of neat. It's got some etching on there. I don't know if you can see it very well on the video, but there's some etching on the simulated glass here. I guess you can see it here. It's kind of neat as they kept true to the Star Wars universe, where none of the characters are English characters or any actually any Earth characters. That's pretty foreign characters. So that's kind of neat that they kept to that on there. Next thing, take a look at are a couple pairs of the spring-loaded firing missile launchers that go attached to the side of the head of the AT-AT, and you can slide the missiles in here, and you can push the button there to fire the missiles. Next thing we'll take a look at are the missiles themselves, and you come with 2 of them on there. Take a look at that. Pretty neat. Take a look at the other one here. Pretty much the same on there. And go ahead and take a look at these are, I'm not sure what these are, but they go inside the body, and then you can apply some labels here. It looks like some sort of view screen. I don't know if this is something that the crewmen use to aim, or I'm not sure what, but it goes on the inside, and I'll show it to you when it's finally assembled. It came with 2 of them. Here's the other one. And then you have the front firing cannons here that go onto the head, front of the head, and you can see that they're transparent here, plastic, probably for the light up features on there. It's pretty neat. And then we have these 2 pieces here which attach to the view screen on here when you place it inside the cockpit on there. And finally in the baggie, they came with these struts or posts that attach to the legs to the feet, or secure the legs to the feet, I should say. And these go on the inside part of the leg at the ankle of the AT-AT. Next thing I'll show you here are the 4 feet of the AT-AT. It came stacked, something like that, similar to that. And you can see here, this hole here is for the to push in the leg into the foot of the AT-AT. And each of the feet has a little hole here for you to place these posts onto the inside leg. And this attaches to the leg of the AT-AT. So you know that if this is on the left side of the AT-AT, this goes on the inside part of the leg, so you know this is the front and this is the back. And if it's the other way around on the right hand side, you know that this is the front and this is the back of the foot. And there's also an individual tab here where you can place the foot, so you can line it up, or the leg, and line it up when securing it into the foot on there. And here are the legs of the AT-AT on there. And at the bottom you can see there's the tab where you can attach the foot. so you know that this is the inside part of the leg on here. The instructions are kind of wonky compared to the pictures. I had a hard time trying to figure out which was the left hand side and which is really the front and back. And there's only one photo in the instructions where it's off, and everything else seems to relate to the picture on the box. And the best way to figure out which is the front and back leg is these things. I think these are called pistons. I'm not sure. They look like pistons to me, but the long end of the piston is on the outside, and the short end of the piston is on the inside. So you know this is either the right front or the left rear leg of the AT-AT. There's no numbering scheme to tell you which one to, which place to put onto the body, but just based on that, and also you can tell which one's the front and which one's the rear by this little design here. If it has this design, this etched line here, you know this is the front of the leg, I believe, and if it's missing here, this is the rear on there. So but those are the legs, and we'll go over the body here next, which is kind of neat. Here's the main body, if I can get most of it in the video here. This is the front here, where the head and front end of the AT-AT just slide right on top over here, and it's pretty neat and detailed, and I'll show you the features once this is all assembled together. But one thing that I've been reading some reviews and previews, hands-on reviews of the AT-AT, and a lot of the complaints say that it doesn't look weathered enough, and they recommend applying those labels onto the at least the battle damage onto the AT-AT, and I don't quite agree. I think it looks okay even without the labels. I don't plan to apply any of my labels onto the AT-AT. Yeah, I think it looks weathered enough, and it's got these, you could see these drippings on the sides of the AT-AT on there, and I think it's good enough. And I don't, like I said, I don't plan to apply any of the labels on this AT-AT, so I think it looks good as is. So that's the body, and gonna take a look. Oops, excuse me. Take a look at the head here and the front end of the AT-AT, and it's pretty detailed. It's got lots of line etching on here. It's pretty neat. The only complaint I have about this is this neck area here. It's made of a soft, thin rubber, and I'm afraid that over time this may either deteriorate or it may tear. It's very thin on here, and that's the only thing I worry about the longevity of this toy, is that eventually that rubber part of the neck is just gonna either tear or deteriorate. So, but overall it's pretty neat. This is, I think, the heaviest part of the AT-AT. The main body is pretty hollowed out, but this one's just this is the heaviest piece right here. But this is the head and front end of the AT-AT, and you can see some transparent windows, which is kind of neat. And I'll show you more details once this guy is finally put together in my next video. So stay tuned for part 4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.